One of the most exciting parts of my experience with Huddle Up was that it catalyzed an environment where students were co-designers of their learning experience. They were more talkative and collaborative, absolutely, that they were more engaged because they would take a video, put it up, be like, what did you see? And critique each other. And so it maximized practice in a way that we couldn't fit into the schedule.
One of the things that we were looking for to use Huddle Up with was to help us better manage our data. A lot of times we didn't have a way to organize that information, and Huddle Up allowed us to capture it in one place and output this data, looking at keywords or key phrases, understanding what kind of information was there, just so we had a better grasp of what our students were dealing with.
It's kind of a one-stop shop of accessing information and sharing ideas that is more interactive and multimedia. We really want to prioritize reflection and feedback, and we haven't always had an outlet to. So with this, it's really made the process of feedback and collaboration a little more transparent and a little more comfortable. Just talking about your learning is one of the most important things about learning, so this is a great opportunity for that.
Before we used Huddle Up, we talked a lot about building community, connecting people with a shared purpose. My experience with Huddle Up put all that talk into action.
And it's all centrally located rather than sifting through multiple assignments, allowing us to see everything in real time. So who's doing what, who's got what done, and also what kind of feedback they're giving to each other.
So it's a really creative solution to that I don't have time, or when can I do that? It's made things visible for everyone, and the expectations are really clear. And then as a leader, I can see who's done what and follow up. So the accountability piece is then made very, very clear as well.
Really encouraging teachers to share good practices, things they've tried, things that work, things that didn't work. So when people have implemented those strategies and they can share them, others will learn from that. And that's really where the learning is going to take place. It's not going to take place just sitting there listening to me.
So we really are creating a culture of reflection and growth. That collaborative piece is there, and it's explicitly calling out, okay, now you're going to go do this. And there's other platforms and approaches where you have breakout rooms and things like that. But that's really more of a place to just talk about things, and you might have to use this platform, and who's got the document, where are we doing this. This brings it all into one place, and so it is bringing back that feeling of togetherness that I love about in-person workshops and professional developments. It's bringing that back, which is something that is kind of hard to capture, but Huddle Up does that really well.
And Huddle Up is a perfect resource for being able to have students collaborate, learners collaborate with one another, where you can create natural engagement using Huddle Up by bringing collaborators together in a project kind of based experience.
So it's a model for what you want to happen in the math class. You want that discourse. And when that doesn't happen, there's no learning happening.
Using it has been really inspirational for our teachers, and seeing how they could use it in their classroom. So as a student user, the teachers can now use it with their students. Students can still collaborate and still connect with each other, even though we're not physically in the classrooms. It's a very unique platform in the fact that it does have those collaborative functions, and you can assign like who's collaborating with what, a little bit more so than a lot of the traditional platforms that student learning is happening on.
And basically finding a platform like Huddle Up allows us to track growth easier. It allows us to look at what that growth might be, and also to make some changes in our program based on the data that is provided through Huddle Up.
I want you to feel free to share your thinking, because thinking is not wrong. So there's no right or wrong thinking. And then we learn from each other's thinking. What you're seeing is people are sharing their thinking, which is powerful. And that's what you want to model in the classroom. So the same thing that's happening on Huddle Up is what you want to see in the classroom.
In terms of how it changed learning, it changed their interactions with each other and the teacher. And I think fundamentally that is critical.
To get